Check on it, we've got a red shoulder. I'll listen.
Hi Bob.
Oh, hello there.
What can you tell us about your car? How's she running?
Oh, she's running pretty good at the moment. I think we're number 2 qualifier today. So we're hopeful today. We've run, set a new record. We've run 10th under our index, which is pretty good. So it's looking good today.
And what sort of time are you running at the moment?
We ran a 9.1 yesterday, 9.1 at 145 I think. I'm not sure about the top end speed. So we're quite happy. Looking for an 8 today.
Good, okay. What can you tell us about the engine, the technical side of it?
Yeah, it's a Dodge Chrysler engine originally, an iron block Chrysler engine with a lot of very special parts, all racing pistons, aluminium rods, it's got a roller camshaft. It's got all the state-of-the-art goodies in the engine. In fact, from the outside, it looks just the same as a funny car. It's a lot heavier.
And what sort of power output does this engine develop in its present form?
I think we'd guess about 1,000 horsepower.
It's not something that you've got accurate figures on?
No, unfortunately, nobody will let me put the thing on an engine, on a chassis dyno, because they're a bit worried about it flying off, I'm afraid.
And what sort of transmission are you coupled to there, Bob?
We've got a 3-speed torque flight with a torque converter on it, which is basically the same sort of transmission as you get in a Jensen or a few street cars, but it's just got a lot of special parts in it.
And how does this chassis compare with the standard chassis form?
If you look at it, actually it's a real chassis. It's a real 1940s chassis. It's beefed up considerably, but in fact the whole body is original steel and it's a real car. We think it's the fastest real car on the strip in this country at the moment.
Are there any other innovations technically that you've built into this to make it a fully fledged dragster?
No, really, it's a bit of a hot rod, really, as opposed to a purebred dragster. If you look around at the other dragsters, you find they've got tube chassis. Everything's very light and sophisticated. We work on the simple basis. Everything's very simple, but it just seems to work. We seem to hit on the right combination.
That's good. Every success to you, Bob, and thanks for speaking to us.
All right, excellent. Bye then. Morning, neighbours.
Morning, son.
Hi, Russ.
Hello there.
How you doing?
Well, thanks very much.
What can you tell us about the car? You started off with a stock 250 engine here. What makes it go so fast?
Well, I don't really know. It's, as you say, the engine is basically a stock engine. It's very little done to it. We've used a different piston in it, a Triumph TR6 piston, a stock road piston. It's got stock crankshaft, stock conrods, the supercharger, fuel injection, and the special camshaft, which we designed, is really what makes it go, I think.
So just a few technical innovations and a great deal of loving care, is it?
Yes, the engine's very carefully prepared, machine-wise. It's very carefully prepared with special clearances, and that's basically, I think, what keeps it together. The engine is very, very strong. It's a very strong engine. It will take the type of strengths and stresses that nitromethane fuel puts onto an engine, and because this, it allows the engine to go extremely fast.
And what sort of power output have you got from the unit now?
We assess it at just a little over 1,000 horsepower, brake horsepower, which is from 2.5 litres is very respectable indeed.
Taking that power through to the tyres must take a lot out of the transmission. What's the modifications to the transmission?
Right, well, the start is the clutch we have is a homemade slider, designed and manufactured that myself, twin plate, using sintered bronze clutch plates. We use a 3-speed transmission, which is basically a B&J transmission from America, the type that the fuelers use in the States, hydraulically operated. Through to a Chrysler rear axle, third member with British Westminster ends and hubs and things to give us safety hubs. I still retain as much British stuff as I can.
And is the chassis one that you manufacture yourself, or is that a stock chassis?
No, well, the chassis I manufactured myself. It's very old now. We're talking about building a new car for this coming year. but the chassis is very good. It's ordinary cold-drawn seamless, what we call CDS2. It's very heavy. The car is very, very heavy. Even in its class, it's heavy. The new chassis will hopefully be a bit lighter. The car will be a little lighter. So, you know, we hope that it'll go a little bit.
So definitely even faster times next year?
I hope so, yes. I personally am convinced that there is a possibility of a 6-second quarter mile out of this 2.5 litre engine.
And what times are you running at present, Russ?
7.6s, coming down close to 7.5s.
And what's your terminal at that?
169 mile an hour, 170s.
Good, that's grand, is that? Every success to you here today. Thanks very much indeed.
Right.
Hi Jim.
Hello there.
How are you doing?
Not too bad, not too bad.
You just some preparation prior to a run, or?
Oh yeah, you have to check the car out before you do every run and make sure your settings are right. We're just doing the clutch at the moment.
You got some problems with that?
Well, the tyres shook, brand new tyres yesterday, shook about just past the Christmas tree, so we're playing with the clutch a bit and play with the tyres a bit and hope to stop it.
This engine is one that you built up from scratch, I take it. What can you tell me about it, Jim?
Well, it's a 428, which is 4 3/16 bore on a Donovan 417, which is normally a 4 1/8 bore. And the reason we upped the size of the engine was because we were carrying too much weight last year, and so we thought we'd take advantage of the extra horsepower that we could get out of it.
And what sort of horsepower does that develop then?
We're about 1600 at the moment.
That sounds fantastic. How do you make that through to the tyres?
Well, this is where the clutch comes in. The clutch takes the initial shock out of the terrific horsepower load and transmits it, tries to feed it in gradually to the back tyres.
And what sort of transmission takes that power through to the tyres?
Well, we've got 2 Lenco boxes on the back, which are brutally strong. They're pretty Heath Robinson in operation, but we don't break them, so that's the way to go.
Great stuff. Is this a stock chassis?
No, it's made by Dennis Priddle in 1978, and we uprate it every year. It goes back to him and we get it strengthened up, and it's probably the most used chassis in Europe. We've attended more race meetings in the last 3 years than any other racing car, including the door slammers and comp orders and everything.
So what times are you running today, Jim?
Well, we hope for a 6 today. We ran a 7.1 yesterday, so it's got to be a 6 today.
And that's a terminal speed of what?
Oh, we done 194 yesterday. She got round the 200.
Great, well every success to you today. Thanks very much for speaking to us.
Okay, all my pleasure.
Hi there, Lee.
Hi there.
How's things?
We're looking forward to this weekend.
This is your first run coming up today, is it?
That's right. We didn't race last night, so we figure we're all set up for fast gun.
And you're over from Sweden, I take it?
That's right. And I'm here 3 times a year, and second time this year, and we hope to be successful.
So you'll be back here for the World Finals, I take it?
We hope so.
Great stuff. Okay. How does drag racing differ in this country to in Sweden?
I would say it's kind of equalized. We are catching on the English people, and I think we're a little bit ahead now, but you're the one who learned us, except the Americans.
So how do you start with this unit to build a dragster?
Oh, I bought all the equipment from the United States, picked up the right stuff and everything, and I started 76 with a stock car, and then the year after I started up with a funny car because I thought that was the best to do.
And this is the funny car that you've stuck with, or is this a relatively new development?
It's you do a lot of new stuff every year, change engine, change parts and chassis, change a lot of stuff, bodies and everything. So I always update it. It's 82 car this year.
A car like this obviously consumes a great deal of fuel in just a short time. What sort of fuel rate does it take, Lee?
Sorry?
What sort of fuel rate does a car consume at down the quarter mile?
Huge. I would say about 10, 11 gallon or a quarter mile. I mean, that's with the burnout and the run. So and the price of the fuel is what is it, £25 a gallon. So you can figure out that yourself.
To get that amount of fuel through the engine in that short space of time, what sort of pumping unit does it have?
It's a special made pump, and it's a high volume pump. It's pressing the fuel through the combustion chambers. So actually we are pouring out a little bit more than we use. I mean, we use more than we pour out, but we pour out a little bit in the exhaust pipes. That's why we run it strictly through. And what's in there when the explosion is, that we use.
Right, okay. You've got a very strange logo, well, strange to us, on the side of your transporter. Can you explain to us what it means?
Yes, it's the Swedish Air Force. It says Flygvapnet, and that's, I mean, if I would translate it word-wise, it would be flying weapon.
And this weapon goes quite well.
It does. I mean, we're very successful, and if you can be successful with a weapon, I would say we're very successful.
And what times are you looking for today?
This Cannonball run is based on a mile race. I mean, you put 3 eaters together and then it's a final. So I think if you're consistent, running a 6.3 or 6.4 category, I think we will do it.
And that will give you a terminal of what?
Sorry?
The terminal speed will be what?
Oh, I would say 215, 220 miles per hour, 225. You never know. I mean, it varies a little bit, but around that much.
What's the feeling at travelling at such a speed, Lee?
You don't feel it when you're there. It's just you're doing the job behind the wheel, and it's fast, but I mean you get used to it. So I wouldn't say it's any, and it's not any sensation anymore.
Is it actually the build-up to the race down the strip that is the achievement, or is it actually breaking the record at the end of the strip?
It's the whole idea. I mean, it's the driving the car, setting up the whole operation, team effort, and I mean, you can't just pick a little thing. It's winning. It's everything. I mean, it's fast. It's fun driving the car. I mean, that's the main part. But still, you asked me about the speed, and I don't feel the speed the same way you probably would do if you went in the car.
Okay, Lee, that's really good of you to spend this time talking to us. All the best for this afternoon.
Thank you very much. Bye.